Hey folks, Prepper Princess. So I am sitting here on my lunch, and today I wanted to talk to you guys somewhat briefly about just a bunch of channels out there that are you get these YouTube channels that are saying collapse confirmed, World War III imminent, things are going so bad in these different areas, and these videos are getting millions upon millions of views. And I don't want to say that it's clickbait, because what they'll do is they'll throw facts in there about certain things about the United States that are going very poorly. And they will use that as their reasoning to title their video, Economic Collapse Confirmed, Recession Has Begun, World War III is happening right now. And all these people click on these videos to listen to a few of these facts. And then I see in the comment sections that they just agree with everything that the creator is stating. And I'm trying to think of how different words on how to describe this. So, there's a lot of channels out there that will find a piece of information somewhere. They'll find an article, they'll find a video, and then they'll do their own video stating, oh, well, so-and-so said this, so the collapse is confirmed, it's happening right now. Or they'll say, when the collapse happens, I'm going to be on top because I have so much food, I have so many weapons, I have this much stuff stored. And I have to wonder if these people have mental illnesses. And there are a lot of channels out there that do a very good job and obviously do not have mental problems. But you have to wonder, if somebody is spending thousands upon thousands upon thousands and thousands of dollars preparing for something that may or may not happen, there has to be some sort of disorder that is causing them to do these things, to be fearful of something that could or could not happen. But in their minds, so with the internet, you can essentially come up with any view of your choosing, and you can find other YouTube videos or articles that will match or that will agree with your point of view. And we as humans have a tendency to flock towards those places that agree with our point of view. So if someone has an alternative viewpoint, you've already made up your mind and you're not willing to listen to that alternative viewpoint. So you've got 20 different places saying collapse confirmed and 20 saying collapse is not going to happen. So since you believe that the collapse is going to happen, you will look at those 20 things that say that agree with you, and you will completely ignore the ones that say collapse is not going to happen. So, you can find anything on the internet that will or will not agree with you. I think that is a bit of a problem that we have, is that our culture is changing in a way that people are not willing to listen to something that does not match their personal point of view. And, I am a prepper, obviously. I believe that being prepared is extremely important. I think that once you get past a 2-year supply of food for 2 people, then you're setting yourself up for disaster in some way or another. I mean, if the collapse were going to happen and you've got 2 years of food stored and you can't get your stuff together to learn to fish, hunt, trap, and forage within a 2-year time frame, I think that you're pretty much resolving yourself to fail. People talk about bugging out, and these are people who work in cubicles just like me, people who live in the suburbs, because 85% of the population lives in suburbs or urban areas, and they think that they're going to be successful at going out and living in the wilderness and, building themselves a tent, and then they think that, the food's just going to come to them. There's going to be some big distribution center truck that just stops on the side of the road right next to their camp so they can eat forever. That's not the way it works. And there's a huge disconnect with that. And I find it very sometimes demoralizing and sometimes depressing when these types of things come about. And just in the last week or so, we've had political issues for eternity, where whatever your political affiliation is, there's always going to be discontent with whoever is in office. And no matter what side of the scale that you are on. And the media has a tendency to either put the president in a very good light or put the president in a very bad light. And talks are going to go on with other countries. This is just the way that the United States is run. And whether those talks go good or bad, you know, if the talks go good, then the media will come in and say everything's great, everything's wonderful, people will spend their money left and right. But then the media comes in and says, you know, we had a bad conversation, you know, it wasn't the best conversation or the best deal or the best of this, the best of that. And all of a sudden the world is in, you know, the world is in chaos. We're all going to die. And yet yesterday I was looking at a video that said something along the lines of World War III confirmed, and it was just published that day, yesterday, from, I don't want to say the name of the channel, but I've noticed that all of their videos are not just clickbait, but fear-mongering. Like, all of their titles are just like, collapse confirmed, so-and-so assassination, and this and that and the other. And, you know, they're like, it's going to happen tomorrow, within the next 24 hours. Well, here we are tomorrow. Here I am sitting on my lunch doing exactly the same thing that I do every single day next to the freeway, which, look, cars are still running on the freeway. The phones are still working in the call center. My computer's still turned on this morning. My lights worked at home. You know, nothing has happened. And I get really, you know, you get these channels that just get millions and millions of views, and it's like the information that I provide is so much more, you know, not laid back, but so much less fear and more like, you can do it, and nobody watches them. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. But, you know, I wanted to throw that out there, and remember that you can look up things that agree with your viewpoint, okay? But don't be afraid. Like, oh my gosh, I saw this one. They declared the economic collapse and the destruction of the United States based on a Simpson episode. I mean, come on. And then you go in the comments and everyone's agreeing. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what people will do. So if you have an alternative viewpoint, I encourage you to look up the exact opposite. Okay, so if you say, if you see videos and you agree the economy is horrible, so here's what I want you to do. Type in the search engine, the economy is great, and you're going to come up with just as many articles telling you how great the economy is as opposed to your personal viewpoint of how horrible the economy is. I know that things are hard out there. I know that the wages are stagnant. I know that the jobs are part-time, but you know what? At least you've got a job, or at least it is a job. We've got jobs, okay? Another thing, people are asking me, you know, the exodus of California, when are you leaving? Well, I spoke with my brother, and my brother does not want me to leave. So my plan has been delayed. So I don't know when or if I'll ever leave California, but I can tell you this, that today's what? Tuesday? Monday, Tuesday? Thursday, I will be leaving to go to a dude ranch in Arizona, and I'll be heading north to Nevada. So I'll be going to Arizona and Nevada looking at houses while on vacation. And you know, it could be an income property, it could be a secondary property, it could be eventually my primary residence, because honestly, the way that things are looking in California, just from my own perspective, is that it seems to be just going downhill. And all of the Californians that realize this, all of the conservatives that are tired of living in a socialist state are moving east and north, east and north. And north has become too expensive for me to afford, so I'll be looking, and I love the desert, I love it. So I'll be looking in desert areas, seeing what opportunities might be available, just for, you know, maybe something in the future. I don't have a date, I don't have anything like that, so don't go getting all excited. But from what I understand from people who have commented on my channel and previous videos, that despite how bad things are in California, it's bad pretty much everywhere. You know, homelessness is rampant, jobs are scarce, violence, corruption, politics are all going forward in a negative manner, going towards left-wing liberalism, sanctuary cities, things along those lines. So even if I were to move out of California, I don't really see how it would be that much better in another state, because it's becoming rampant. It's spreading like wildfire. So there might not be anywhere for me to go in the United States where I would have a better lifestyle. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know, if you live in a different state and there are amazing benefits to that state. Let me know what you think those benefits are, and let me know, why you think. And don't just say California, don't say that. Just say what is literally the benefit of me moving to another state. I can't take my wage with me. I can't take my California wage to another state. So I imagine it would be pretty much the same style of living in another state as it would be here. All right, so do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.